Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. Take 2. Today we're going to talk about online marketing. It's a tutorial and an update for the channel itself. If you listen to the entire video, there is a really big surprise and change for the whole channel that I'm going to reveal in about the last quarter of the video. So let's get on with the tutorial. So the tutorial is about online marketing. I'm going to go over the steps of what an online marketer is and what he does and how he makes money. Why am I doing this tutorial? Because I haven't been researching. You have to do research to really actually make money on YouTube because they host all the videos for free. So they take half of the money from me. But what I get is the video is hosted for free. I don't have to pay for the host. Now, supposedly there's Vimeo, right? I'm sure you've heard of it. You pay for them to host your video. Now, I believe you keep paying over and over. You can pay every month because hosting costs money. They have to pay light bills. They have computers. There's a lot of people online who thinks everything's for free. And they're over 18. So I don't get it. You get it? Do you understand where they're coming from? I don't know where they're coming from because I just got my lights turned off and turned back on because I wasn't making that much money. Okay, I'm procrastinating here because my recording system went. And yeah, I'm not the only one. I hear other YouTubers record entire things, and I just recorded a whole 45-minute video, and the recording stopped at the 1 minute. So let's see and make sure everything's. Over the next week or so, I will be flooding this Shakaama channel and the Shakaama Finance channel. Can go over there with videos. I want to explain what I'm doing so you can learn from it and not be bewildered with it, what's going on. A lot of people come onto my channel and they ask questions. I just want to choke them. I just want to beat their... No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, but I'm not kidding. Sorry, not kidding. What's the song? Sorry, not kidding. I really do. I just want to... I'm like, are you over 18? What's going on here? Actually 25, because your brain doesn't finish developing until the age 25. First, let me explain how online marketers work. An online marketer either makes a product himself or gets a product from someone else or simply affiliates himself with someone else that makes a product. He then goes online and makes like 100 websites or so, or something that equals the same output, and markets the product. He's an online marketer, right? The way to do it is... Here are the steps. First, you figure out what exactly do people want. So that's you have to do this in reverse. You don't start with Nike shoe. You're going to market Nike shoes. You first start with researching with what do people want right now, right? He then figures out a keyword of how people would look for that product online. He starts with a general search that starts with a one-word search. Let's say football. If you know how Google works, they have pushed football to mean soccer because they want to push foreigners. So instead of delivering football in America, you get soccer. So now your keyword football is basically ruined. Not so fast. Now they go to 2 words. Maybe 2 words are going to work. So they go American football. Why? And although it literally makes no sense because there's no such thing as Canadian football, no such thing as Chinese football. That's what they're pushing in America. But no one is searching for American football. So again, although Google is the biggest search engine, it's destroying searches because it's not giving people what they want. Not giving them what they're looking for. It's pushing some weird foreigner agenda. So the online marketer, his job is literally to get around the crazy search engines and give the people exactly what they want. So then he branches into a 3-word keyword search. So maybe he'll do New York football. Probably people in big numbers are looking for that, but he's trying to sell them something. So he can't stop at 3 keywords. He has to dive into what's called long tail keywords. It's 4 words or more. So any 4 words or more is called a long. Now, and I keep saying he, and for all of you all who get offended by me saying he, The internet is 90% men. Fact. Point blank, there is nothing else to it. It's 90% men. Only 10% of the people on the internet are female. So there you go. So if somebody says he online or he in a video game, that's what it is. And if you ever hear somebody says, oh, well, no, there's 60% of the gamers are female. What they're talking about is Farmville, Candy Crush. I played Candy Crush, but Farmville and Candy Crush are dominated by women. Is it a video game? Yes. Technically, it's a video game. But it is not a competitive video game that's dominated by men. You still cannot get around that. Men dominate video games. And when we talk about video games, we're talking about, Grand Theft Auto. We're talking about Civilization 5. We're talking about Fortnite. Dominated by men. It's not, women don't even like playing it. They don't even understand why am I saying this? Because I've interviewed women. Still, till this day, women do not understand these competitive games. The shooter games, first-person shooters, third-person shooters, are dominated by men. I think it's like 99%. I don't even think the 1% actually exists. I think they're being generous and giving it 1% are women. So if you hear me say he, it's because it's an overall, and I'm not PC. I'm factual. I'm scientific in my terminology. So now he's up to 4 words. The online marketer, he will try and be either the only one that comes up in the searches or be the first in searches. Remember I said that he starts with 100 websites? Now, what would you do if you were an online marketer and had 100 websites and you wanted to market Japanese real robot wife? Would you put on one website, Japanese real robot wife? Or would you put on all 100 websites, Japanese real robot wife? You'd put it on all 100, right? Because that's the only thing that really makes sense, right? And with 100 websites, then you can really dominate the market, right? Then all the searches will point to you. I can tell you all sorts of stuff. I've tried it all. And I've been successful. Not on YouTube, because YouTube has people moving against you, for you, against you from the bottom, from the middle, at the top, and then the people, what's funny is the people who are not YouTubers complaining. Why is your channel doing so bad? Because, let me explain this to you. There's a corporation called Google who owns a corporation called YouTube, who is located in San Francisco, California. Do I have to keep going on here? Have you been to San Francisco, California? Have you met anybody from San Francisco, California? You have? Do you understand what I'm talking about? There, I was doing a research. I was going to make a video talking about all of the billionaires and millionaires and rich people moving out of Silicon Valley. Why? Because of groupthink. If you don't believe that people are sitting in YouTube reviewing my videos and saying, no, this will never do, we can't have this on YouTube, you're out to lunch. I've quite frequently uploaded a video and saw immediately 11 views. Immediately 11 views. Shakaama, 11 views is nothing. Right. You want to know something funny? A little bit strange about those 11 views? Those 11 views. What do I mean by that? 11 people, probably maybe 5 people in the department, and then they kicked it up to the next department, and then they kicked it up to the next department. And lo and behold, after 11 views, they all disappear. And then the video gets 60 views total. Why? Because they tell the robot, don't show this video. Do you know, for you to get views, it has nothing to do with quality, nothing to do with content, nothing to do with anything. I could put all sorts of keywords, I could stuff it, I could say robot wife, robot wife, robot, robotics, all through the video. And then I go search for robot wife, I'll go search for a robot, and I'll go search for robotics and find my video on the 100th page. Why? Because the YouTube robot doesn't like my channel. Now, of course, the YouTube robot isn't a person, somebody has programmed into the YouTube robot, don't like this channel. I don't care if he makes videos talking about the YouTube is fantastic. And literally, YouTube is fantastic. The idea of YouTube is fantastic, but YouTube itself is not fantastic, right? So it has nothing to do. Literally, there is a guy that I was following and sharing. We talked about, literally somebody made the same video 3 different times. The thumbnail was the same. This is all has to do with marketing. So if you're bored or something like that, you don't want to know about marketing. So he made the same type coloration of thumbnail. It was those eggs that you crack open and there's toys inside. So that was the video, made 3 different times during the same day or something like that. Okay, so he says, so he's with the guy reviewing and showing us how YouTube actually works. Said, how many views do you think this one got? And she says, I don't know. And he says 300. He says, this one over here got 700 views. He says, okay, you got the benchmark? He says, this 3rd video, same exact thumbnail. They watched the videos. They all looked exactly the same. He says, this one over here, how many views do you think it got? She says, I don't, what, 1,000 views? Nope, it got 10 million views. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of estimate. And this is why something like a YouTube is terrible for the internet. The internet is supposed to be, we've made this stuff and we have packaged it perfectly. We have put keywords in it perfectly so that when a person searches for it, they'll pop up with the thing. Now, if that were the case, as an online marketer, you would only have to make 1 website. You wouldn't have to make 100 websites. Why do they make 100 websites? Because the robot, the Google robot, because Google has robots too, of its own, the Google robot might decide that it doesn't like 70 of your websites, but 30 of the websites it might like. And then the competition is eating you alive for 25 of those websites. And still you get 5 through. Now you can't quite do that on YouTube as a human, but guess what's on YouTube? There's robots that make videos on YouTube. There's robots already on YouTube. They look for keywords just like I'm talking to you here. Marketing, online marketing. They look for keywords. They look for pictures and they mesh up the keywords with the pictures, write a script and make a video. And they can do it every 3 seconds. Now, let's continue on. What does this have to do with me? I'm going back to ramping up my channel with business and finance keywords that pay hundreds of dollars. And for you all who are confused what I mean by pay or how do we get paid? Every 1,000 views, and I'm going to explain views to you in a second because a view isn't a view is not a view. Every 1,000 views, you get paid whatever. So during this time period, I'm going to make videos that are supposed to pay hundreds of dollars per 1,000 views. But I'm going to try and market it to you too. So first of all, feel lucky that you made it this far in the video. Most people won't make it to this point in the video. So here's the deal. I'm going to give away stuff. So here's a giveaway. After 10,000 monetized views in 2 days. So the video has to make 10,000 views in 2 days. I think that's more than fair. Oh, and for all of y'all who said that's not fair, my number 2 Japanese robot video made 10,000 the first few hours. The one with 310,000 views on it right now, it made 10,000 views in the first couple of hours. It was literally, it took off. Why the other ones are not doing that, I have no idea. I can't even. I don't know. And they're making some of them made it to 70,000. Some, whatever. but I don't know what's the difference. I don't know. Maybe people are watching that whole video. That has a lot to do with it. So you all who have made it to this far in this video, thank you so much. You are the true MVPs. Okay. In 2 days, so 10,000 in 2 days. That's actually doing what I could have said 10,000 in 1 day, but every 1,000 views after that gets a prize. So we do a raffle and you get a prize. We do a drawing and you get a prize, and you can win over and over and over. So don't think if you watched it 10 times, don't think that your name was drawn. You can win every 1,000. Okay, let me repeat. These videos that I'm making in this period that gets 10,000 monetized with TV type ads in a week, no, every 2 days, are eligible for prizes every 1,000 views after that. Let me explain what a monetized view is. A monetized view means that there is a view where the person who watched the video watched an advertisement. Why am I talking like this? Because YouTube will not pay me for views. They only pay me for monetized views. What am I talking about? I'm sure a lot of you are confused. There are people who have an ad blocker on their computer. This is mostly for the computer person, not the phone people. Phone people don't have ad blocker. And in fact, some of the people on my channel were really happy. They said, "Oh my God, I actually saw an advertisement on your channel. That's awesome. Good for you." And I was happy too. So it has to be a monetized views. So that means that either it's going to be 20,000 views probably, because over half of the people on the channel have computers, and over half of the views that you all see in the front, I see in the back, half of them are gone. Half of those views don't count. Not even half. It's like 60% of those views don't count. Why? Because the person has an ad blocker. I don't get paid for an ad blocker. That's why my lights were cut off. That's why I don't have internet. That's why I don't have a phone that works, because although I had 1 million views last month, over half of those were not monetized. More than half, 60%, 60, 70% were not monetized. And here's the normal thing. They said, well, I don't have time to watch advertisements. Well, then you're kind of like stealing from people. You really are. So what we are doing is we're researching, putting together, some people put together whole movies and put it on YouTube. And then you have an ad blocker. So that person is trying to pay all the crew, all the actors, the cameramen. They want to pay for the people who edit the movie for them, and they put it on YouTube. And then you say you don't want to watch it. Oh, wow. Why don't you just go pay for it? Well, I don't have that much money. Okay, so let me get this straight. You are going to stop somebody else from making money so that they can pay for their bills, and you don't have money. So you're robbing from people. So Shakaama can't pay his bills by researching this stuff. Shakaama can't pay his bills by doing political stuff that I might get in trouble, get put on some list somewhere, and somebody come knock on my door and says, "Are you Shakaama from YouTube?" Yeah, right? You all wanted me to go to the Nevada rancher up there, then have the standoff, but you don't want to watch an advertisement on my thing. What is that? So I can't pay my light bill because it's inconvenient for you. This is online. Be prepared. If you want to be an online marketer, be prepared for this stuff. Be prepared for this. There are people who literally just want to steal. They just want to take. I had people who had messaged me and said, "Thank you, Shakaama. I made $100,000 last year from watching your financial videos. I was making $20,000 a year, watched your financial videos, applied it religiously, and now I made $100,000 this year or last year." Okay, brother, can you donate to the channel? I got bills. Say what now? Say what? Okay, so we're gonna be doing a giveaway if we have the success. And I want to tell you people, I'm a generous guy. This is one of the main reasons I'm in this, because I do tend to give away stuff in real life. I give away a lot of stuff, a lot of money. So I gave my neighbor a whole bunch of stuff, and they said, "Okay, you can use the Wi-Fi," and then they got mad and kicked me off the Wi-Fi. So now I don't have from them. I have it from other people, but from them I don't have. That's people. People are terrible. People online are even worse. Why? Because there are zero consequences against them. Zero. This is why these in England and Canada, police actually monitor Facebook and stuff like that, and will come and arrest you. Does not happen in the United States. I don't believe so. Doesn't happen. There are zero consequences online for the most part. So they'll do whatever they want. They'll still, And as an online marketer, you have to think of, if I had an actual building, there is no guarantee that if I had, just gold suits lining the walls, all for $10, and they're actual gold, you could have 1,000 people come through your front door, look at the suits, and leave. You can't force people to buy your stuff. You can't force people to watch your videos. And YouTube is a whole nother ball of wax of YouTube distinguishing, saying, we're only going to show you PewDiePie videos. We're only going to show you Markiplier videos. We're only going to show you Jimmy Kimmel videos. We're only going to show you Conan O'Brien videos. Have you checked out your front page of YouTube? This is what you have. This is the new mark. These companies not being neutral, not being actually a source of information and a neutral party to allow people to search for the stuff that they want to search for. Football, soccer, really? It's not soccer. Football is football in the United States. There are not enough foreigners here to constitute changing anything. Contrary to popular belief, the white population of the United States is holding strong at 67%, meaning there is no need to change anything because the norm is still white people. It's not black, it's not Mexican, it's not nothing. It's white people. And white people still are actively immigrating to the United States. They have a standing thing. I know because I was actually working in a visa program. At one point in my life, I was a diplomat, so I know a little bit about the visa programs and the real immigration. The stuff that you're hearing is all hogwash. All of you, every side, it's all hogwash. Anyway, I hope this information is good for you. I hope the giveaways will be successful. I've tried. And what kind of giveaway I'm going to do? There's the whole thing. There's a company that does a surprise box, and I think what I'll do is I'll look at their surprise box and make a surprise box for everybody. And sometimes the surprise box is stuff that you needed that you didn't know you needed. People open up the box and they go, "Oh my God, I actually needed this," but I never think about it when I go to the store. So that's going to be the surprises that the giveaways that I'm going to be handing out. It'll be useful stuff that you can use and you will not throw. It's not a bunch of junk, and it's not like another t-shirt. Thank y'all for watching. Be sure to leave a comment, right? Maybe ask a question. Maybe donate to patreon.com/Shakaama. Like the video, of course. Thank you.